Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. As we near the postseason, let's see where the West is shaking out. You look at Oklahoma City, they're in the pole position right now for the top seed in the conference. And checking out the Lakers, 2 spots below.
Looking at Oklahoma City, I think we all knew they were going to be a dangerous team, but to their credit, they have lived up to those expectations. They're just not a team you want to face right now.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Rui Hachimura is out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the 1. And for Oklahoma City, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle. He can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Dort outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. Doncic, no good. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming off a 34-point game against Minnesota.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy. This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
A nice shot by Doncic.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A steady offensive force, averaging around 32.5 a game. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Dort. He's covered by Reeves. 4 on the clock. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
James can't get it to go.
Just 1 made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Lakers have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. It's James with the drive. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, they get a hand on it. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Daigneault and I were able to chat. He spoke about LeBron James' ability to completely control the game. They want to set the pace for themselves and make LeBron and his guys play catch-up. Coach said we have to play our brand of basketball and not worry about who's on the other side. Play our game, set the pace, and we should be all right. Back to you, B.A.
Thank you for that, Allie. And the regular season is almost over, Doris. What are you honed in on tonight?
I think, Brian, whether we're talking about pre-All-Star break where things can get a little wonky or maybe the start of the season, to me, the best teams, regardless of the time of the year it is, they are focused on staying true to their habits and remaining competitively tough. Because I don't care if you're playing guys outside the rotation that are normal. Those guys have got to bring great effort. The standard should be met nightly regardless of the circumstance.
Finney Smith checked in for Hachimura. Here's Holmgren, and the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
It's Doncic with a drive. Outside Finney-Smith to halt the run. The Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now. Dort for 3. And he buries his first look.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Wallace, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Lakers also making a switch. Connect's checked in for Reeves. James against Williams. Pass to Connect. The 3 is up. The Lakers with another miss.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Brad, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka Magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, B.A., this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance. Boy, Luka's strength, his size, his savvy puts him at the free throw line so often.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now here's Caruso. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Williams' shot is good.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Here's Doncic, reverses, and it's good on the layup. Doncic has got 6 points.
Well, there's a mix of touch and power that Luka Doncic brings to the game. You can't take him lightly when he touches the paint.
Here's Williams. Some solid defense from Hayes.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
And there's James from the arc. The Thunder with the rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk. Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
From deep, here's Doncic. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
The defense has to know they're going to get a steady diet of three-point shooting from Luka.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside, Williams. Gets the 3 ball to go.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Lakers trail by 17. Doncic outside. With the floater. The rebound by Wiggins. Fires from way outside. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
And so in the game for the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Connect. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Vincent in at point. The shot by Reeves, no good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Second chance shot. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one's off. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
The Thunder making a switch here. Jang's checked in. Vincent up top. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Now here's Vincent. Guarded closely. Misses from short range. Caruso with it. Picked up by Reeves. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Sinks the 15-footer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a thirsty scorer, and if you concede the mid-range, he'll take it.
Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Now here's Hachimura. He's scoreless. Wallace with a double team. And again, the Lakers, no good.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Williams. Finney-Smith pulls it in. The Lakers have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Vincent outside. There's the drive. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Lou Dort comes in for Wallace. And the Lakers also making a switch. James is checked in for Goodwin. Now here's Dort in his last outing with 12 points. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Caruso against James. Poke loose. Pass to Reeves. The three is up. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Caruso's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
What's been amazing to watch is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going from good player to now putting his name at the very top of the list in terms of great guards in the league.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams comes in for Caruso. Now here's Doncic. He's got 9. And there's James from the arc. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Some room here for Williams. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. Williams has got 6 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And that one's good. James.
I mean, do you think a little or even a big bump is stopping LeBron? His determination is part of what makes him a future Hall of Famer.
They get the rebound. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. On target from range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. The 17-footer. And it's Doncic missing.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. 19 points in the game. Off with the layup. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. James can't get it to go.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. And looking at overall steal numbers, here are the teams that continue to wreak havoc. Oklahoma City, #1.
And credit their relentless nature defensively for causing the mistakes. They apply a ton of pressure.
Wallace, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Vanderbilt's checked in for Los Angeles. Goodwin comes in for Reeves. Knocked loose and stolen by Williams. Pass to Dort. And stolen by Vanderbilt. Here's Goodwin. Here's James on the wing. Williams defending. The shot by James, no good.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
It's stolen. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Doncic. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And Dort, such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on. What we know about Lou Dort is this guy is an excellent defender. He's got size, strength, versatility. You can basically throw him at the other team's best offensive weapon night after night.
Caruso, he's checked in for Wallace. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on an 18-6 run. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Caruso with it. Now Doncic defending. And it's Holmgren missing. The Lakers shooting just 21% from the floor. And here's Reeves outside. Can't get it to drop. Good work defensively by Dort.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in total control, up by 29 going into the break. Their entire defense is designed to stop LeBron right now, and that's been effective. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the Los Angeles Lakers. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play? Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Lakers.
You can do everything.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. That's the group for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Knocks down the triple. Doncic has got 14 points.
Boy, yet another night for Luka Doncic. This guy is forcing everyone to play at his pace right now. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Now, here is James. That's tipped and stolen by Williams. Dort with it, picked up by Reeves. Dort to pass to Holmgren, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Now here's Doncic. Watched by Wallace. Out to Hachimura. Pass to James. Off target from three-point range.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Williams' shot is good.
And I like when Williams works in these mid-range areas. I mean, such an impressive score.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic hammers it home.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Wallace outside. Back to Williams. Jacks up a three. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got his 4th rebound in this one. And they doubled up Doncic. Outside Reeves. And it's blocked. Williams on the wing. To the middle. Here's Wallace. An easy 2 on the layup. Wallace has gotten his 2nd bucket.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. Pass to Holmgren from deep. They get it again. And Hartenstein gets it to go. Hartenstein's got 4 points in the quarter.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
From deep, Reeves. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Williams has got 4 rebounds now.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Okay, let's find out the news on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Allie, what's the update?
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Thunder's head athletic trainer. The initial reports are saying that this is a serious injury and that he'll likely miss significant playing time.
All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate the update. Obviously, guys, you hate to see an injury like this.
Yeah, just so tough. It comes with the territory of being a professional athlete. But yes, here's hoping he recovers soon.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Hachimura finds James to stop the run. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
And the Lakers making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in.
Despite the fact that LeBron James is now in the league for over 2 decades, he continues to dominate.
Doncic's shot is good. Oklahoma City has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Wallace. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got his 6th rebound on the night.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Here's Wallace. That one goes. Count it. Wallace has got 4 points this quarter.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
It's just so hard to score in this league, especially when you're out of rhythm. You got to feel for him tonight.
Up top, Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go. Wiggins got his first bucket in this one.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Left side Reeves. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Williams has got 5 rebounds in the game.
He remains scoreless on the quarter, unable to help them narrow the gap.
Back to Caruso. Wallace outside. Wiggins with a screen on Doncic. Wallace, the pass to Wiggins. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wiggins has got his second basket of the game.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And for the Thunder, their shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Here's Wallace. Drills it from deep. Wallace has got 11 points.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
Stolen by Caruso. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Wallace misses. Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Lets it go from 11. LeBron with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds now. To stop the drought. Good! Another from 3.
He continues to prove he's one of the greatest shooters ever.
That triple just tied him for 5th place on the career. And so it's Oklahoma City. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Back to the game after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so in the game for the Lakers, at the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Connect is out there with Gabe Vincent. And it's Finney-Smith in at the center position, locking down the middle.
Relentless defensive energy from Rui, able to outwork his man and send it back.
Vincent up top, watched by Wallace. Vincent passes to Hachimura. 3-pointer, no good.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Pass to Wallace. LeBron with the rebound. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And the Thunder making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Soft touch off the glass. James has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the defense has got to push LeBron James out of position. If he's on the interior, guys, it's over.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. No luck on that one. Good D by Finney-Smith. Caruso against James. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Caruso with it. Vincent picks him up. Here's Wiggins. Nails the baby hook.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Hachimura, right side. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line.
Rui Hachimura, a guy who's willing to slot into whatever position the team needs him and works hard to help out on every single play. You love the hustle and the attitude.
Hayes is checked in for Los Angeles. And the basket by Joe.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Wallace with it. Vincent picks him up. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Now here's Doncic. Watched by Wallace. The ball's knocked loose. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Doncic pulls down the board. The Lakers have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Well, you pair your dynamic athleticism with your impressive handling. Hachimura off the dribble drive. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine. Well, he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
Wallace outside. 4-3. Gets the 3 to fall. Wallace has got 10 points here in the second half.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
It's Doncic with a drive. Chang pulls it in. Chang's got 4 rebounds in the game. The Thunder have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Caruso finds Wiggins, and out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. So for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Chang, and Williams is subbed in for Wiggins. And the Lakers also making a change. James is checked in. Here's Doncic. He takes it in.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Wallace outside. Rebound, the Lakers. Here's Doncic. Here's Reeves. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Lets it go from deep. The Thunder with another miss. And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
Wiggins, he's checked in for Williams.
Number 21, Aaron Wiggins.
1:56 left to play in the fourth. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, OKC has a great track record with their draft picks, and it seems like they got another one in Cason Wallace.
Wallace was the 10th pick in 2023. He's going to give you great physical pressure defense on the perimeter, and then he's going to play to his strength offensively. OKC rarely misses with their draft picks, and they didn't on this guy.
James deciding where to go with it. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Cason Wallace.
At his size, LeBron is a handful inside, and sometimes you can't help but foul him to try and prevent that easy bucket.
2 shots.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And for the Thunder, they're shooting only 36% since the fourth quarter started. Williams, a screen on Hachimura. Here's Wiggins driving inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Thunder.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this is one of the best teams we have ever seen. 69 wins this year. Wow.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're going to battle hard.
Ask any of the elite defenders in the NBA, and they'll tell you Doncic is one of the toughest to guard. He's got size. He's got skill. He can get downhill. He mixes his pace. So much to contend with when you're dealing with Luka Doncic.
Flagler, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Joe, the pass to Wiggins. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
Free throw drops for Wiggins. Mitchell's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Wiggins drops them both. And for the Lakers, they're shooting at a reasonable 46% this fourth. Mitchell against Doncic. 41 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. No good on the shot. Mitchell with the ball. Hayes picks him up. Mitchell, the pass to Williams. Wiggins looking around. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Williams' shot is good.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Doncic against Mitchell. A nice shot by Doncic.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it, too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And time to present our player of the game.
All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And now the Lakers starting group. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Hachimura out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at point guard. Here's Doncic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
A crossover, Gilgeous-Alexander, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
About 1 minute into the first. Got a piece of it. Holmgren with the steal. Williams against LeBron. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. And now the latest from our reporter David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Daigneault. I asked him about the game plan to contain LeBron James, and he laughed. He said, there's a way to contain LeBron James. All we can do is try not to give him easy looks and force him to make tough plays. Guess that's the best you can do against King James, guys.
Thank you, David. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is. And no doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Kicks it out to LeBron. The Thunder pull it in.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots.
And a 3-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Doncic looking it over. To end the drought. Not going to go that time. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Outside Williams. Jacks up a three. Reeves with the rebound. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. James against Williams. Nice shot by James.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
To the inside. The kick out to Williams. And he's good on the three ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's LeBron. Goes to the reverse layup and gets it in. James has got his second basket of the night.
Like, at this point in time, like, you have to understand that if LeBron James is on the inside, he has so many ways to beat you. A little contact's not going to do anything.
Now here's Williams. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. The drive by James. And James throws it down.
For such a big dude, all he needs is just a little bit of daylight, and LeBron is going to be hanging on that rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Williams for three. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Doncic kicks to LeBron. Williams with the block. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Doncic. Lakers trail by 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. Walls is checked in for George. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Shots good by Williams.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. But he can wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Outside, James. Pass to Finney-Smith. Connect with it. On the wing, James. Here's Connect. Wall is covering. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. As a junior college product, Dalton Connect, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin. Spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program. Then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Vanderbilt comes in for Hayes. And it's Austin Reeves in for Doncic. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. Vincent's checked in for the Lakers. Now, here's Vanderbilt. Pass to Reeves. Now, Vincent. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's James. Rebound by Williams.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Caruso sets the screen for Williams. Great D that time from LeBron.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
To the paint. Stolen by Reeves. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. Vanderbilt finds Vincent. Back to Vanderbilt. Outside, James. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And that one was all about offensive execution. Running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Off target from outside. Joe with it with 4 seconds on the clock, and it's in there.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity.
And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for Oklahoma City. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. Back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
They got Aaron Wiggins. Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Alex Caruso. And it's Williams at the 5. Home in the paint. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This season has been full of surprises, Greg. What's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Zhang's checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Hachimura is checked in for Vanderbilt. Wiggins passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Five to shoot. And he drives in. And rebounded by Connect.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Reeves, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. He came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
That was the key factor, and it has to have a carryover effect. You get in a team's head when you cause them to make that many mistakes.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Williams is checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Goodwin's checked in for Vincent. The Thunder leading by 14. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before, Richard. Do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Lakers, a couple spots below.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. Back to Wiggins. Oklahoma City moving it around. Lets it go with a 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Oh, look at that old man still getting it done on defense. LeBron James still takes great pride in rejecting shots.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. And Jalen Williams is subbed in for Alex Caruso. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Doncic is checked in.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Top of the key, Hartenstein. No one covered. Hartenstein's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Continues to develop his playmaking abilities. Gilgeous-Alexander is an unselfish team player.
Holmgren with the steal. Here's Dort. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Lakers trail by 17. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. No good from the wing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Launches a three. James looking it over. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And he had a good look. And Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
And it's Doncic missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. 1:24 left here in the second. Over to the left wing. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Dort a screen on LeBron. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Count that one for Dort. Dort's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows. Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Reeves against Holmgren. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their 50th win in their last game.
Hey, you love to ensure a winning season. And most NBA teams, even great ones, consider this a major accomplishment. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Free throw good, Dort.
Who needs the NBA draft? I mean, Dort worked his way onto the team, into the rotation, and then turns into a key contributor.
Here's Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
He might be getting in his head a little bit, trying to get something going, but he's still scoreless in the quarter.
Hartenstein with the screen on Doncic. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the triple. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Taking a look here at the Thunder, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
Shifting back to that first half of play, let's focus on SGA. Man, is he off to a strong start. And that's all for us. Now,
and as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. In it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Luka Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the 5 down low.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Back to Holmgren. Buries it down low.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
The 3 for Doncic. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
And the shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Good, another from 3.
He continues to prove he's one of the greatest shooters ever.
And that triple just tied him for 5th place on the career list. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ. Their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
And Doncic gets it to go. Oklahoma City has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the 3-pointer to their advantage. He gets that one. Hartenstein's got 8 points.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And it's Doncic missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Stolen by Reeves. Doncic finds James. Puts up a 3. Connects again from distance.
And would you believe he's nearing 4th place for most 3-pointers of all time?
I cannot believe it. Not only does he have the talent, but he never stops working on his shot. This guy is something else.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
LeBron outside from downtown. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Reeves, it's blocked.
Quite simply, Lou Dort is an elite defender. Plays hard, smart, great wingspan, which we just saw him use there. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Pass to Holmgren. Williams against James. Now Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. 30 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep, James sinks the three-pointer. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Doncic passes to Reeves. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Reeves has got 5.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Down low, Hartenstein. Pass to Williams. Again, the Thunder score.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
The Thunder shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Hits it from three-point range.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Holmgren wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
With the step back. Count that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 points here in the second half.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And here's Doncic from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
And Williams gets it to go on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Doncic. Count the basket. Doncic has got 17.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
James outside. Launches it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Cason Wallace is out there with Isaiah Joe. Then it's Williams. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Caruso in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
LeBron against Caruso. James, the pass to Vincent. Shoots the 3. Sinks the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Now here's Wallace. He's guarded closer. Pass to Williams. For 3. Buries it from three-point range. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. LeBron against Caruso. Hachimura with a screen on Caruso. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
He's off on the second. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
LeBron outside and stolen by Caruso. Wallace, good. Wallace has got 4 points in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Over in the corner, Williams. Wide open look. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 7 points for Williams.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's LeBron outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Oklahoma City?
Inside, here's Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
L.A. has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Connect, covered by Joe.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
They set a physical tone early on, and they're being rewarded for their efforts.
Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Austin Reeves comes in for Connect. And Doncic is subbed in for Vincent. Caruso kicks to Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. LeBron James on the wing, defended by Caruso. And they double up LeBron. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Some things change, but LeBron stays the same. Still the same leader on the floor. The same player. It is truly impressive.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Here's Joe. And the Thunder, another 3.
Ooh, Caruso's got that good eye. He can spot any opening.
Wallace against Doncic. Los Angeles with another miss. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Williams sets a screen for Wallace. Pass to Joe. And the Thunder, another 3.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Wallace against Doncic. Williams with the ball. Here's Joe. That shot off. Good work defensively by Hachimura.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Doncic right side. Over Joe. And it's Doncic missing. Oklahoma City's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Caruso with the ball. And Hachimura picks him up defensively. Williams for 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. The Lakers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And there's the foul. He's on Alex Caruso. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jones checked in for Oklahoma City. James way outside. And again, no good by the Lakers. And for the Thunder, their shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Oklahoma City.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
Well, in a dominant year where we've watched this team battle night in and night out all season long, this will bring their win total to an impressive 69.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Wiggins, a screen on LeBron. Caruso, the pass to Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
A nice shot by Doncic.
For 3.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Back to Wiggins. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance.
And with both teams fighting for playoff position, this is as intense of a regular season as you'll see, Grant.
Oh, B.A., you can feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
And the Lakers starting 5. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the 5. Now here's Hartenstein. Pass to Williams. Now Dort. With the teardrop. And he lays it in.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3 ball. Solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Doncic. Last game he had 28 points.
Boy, shots like this prove Doncic has the ability to be a major threat from there, expanding his game.
Williams in the post. James is there. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's rejected. And they'll keep possession. The Lakers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's James. Banked it in off the glass.
You can tell LeBron values getting quality shots because he knows how much they're worth, and he's willing to fight for them.
Now here's Holmgren. Against Minnesota, he was really on his game. Down low. Here's Williams. Doncic pulls down the board.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And stolen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Off the mark there with a 3.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Puts it up. James can't get it to go.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
And with the pause here, let's take a look at some guys who have been on fire. It's the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on top.
He's the guy every defense fears. Can't even slow him down right now.
From deep, here's Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by James. Doncic has got his second basket of the night. Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with a screen on Hachimura to the paint. And Hartenstein gets it to go.
It's so nice to see a young star creating for another guy. Holmgren making good use of the pick and roll.
James outside. Three-pointer. The Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. 14 feet away. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early, because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 6. 2 points. That one goes. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020.
Yeah, it really has, B.A. And I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
Now here.
Oh, hey, how about big that? Time right there. Big time.
And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. It's James on the wing. From behind the arc. And again for 3.
He continues to prove he's one of the greatest shooters ever.
That triple just tied him for 5th place on the career list. And the shot goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Here's Doncic, and there's another one for the Lakers.
He's going off this quarter, a huge reason why this team is on top.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Mark Daigneault gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all 4 quarters.
And Allie, thank you for that. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here is James. He's got 5. Out of bounds, the Thunder will take it.
And they're so impressive when it comes to their aggressiveness on the defensive end. Number 1 in opponent scoring. A team that gets in your face on defense and doesn't give up anything easy.
And they have to be pleased with their low turnover rate. It's the best in the league because they are fantastic at maintaining control.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
James up top. Williams defending. James against Williams. James can't get it to go.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Wallace. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Williams on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And I like when Williams works in these mid-range areas. I mean, such an impressive score.
And there's James from the arc. Connects again from distance.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest from distance in NBA history.
And with that three, he's now 5th on the all-time career list. Williams up top. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Williams has got 8.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And so it's Jalen Williams making things. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, they found their offensive openings in the mid-range, and they continue to find ways to open up those jump shot opportunities.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. We've got Austin Reeves. Connect is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Gabe Vincent, and it's Finney Smith in at the center position. And it's Connect missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Pass to Reeves from outside the arc. Caruso grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul of the game. Hachimura's checked in for... Vanderbilt.
Lakers substitution, number 28, Rui Hachimura.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's covered by Vincent, and the shot's good by Wiggins.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
On the wing, Hachimura. There's the double team with Wiggins. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Wallace outside. And there's the drive. It's blocked.
Some aggressive defense from Finney Smith, allowing him to deny that shot.
And you've got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Jang, he's checked in for Williams. Goodwin's checked in for Los Angeles. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Back to Wiggins. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Caruso with it. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Goodwin passes to Reeves. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. He's checked in for Oklahoma City. Lou Dort comes in for Wallace. And the Lakers also making a change. James is checked in. Can they get it? Driving in, and he lays it up and in. Connect's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And it feels like everyone turns over half their roster every year, Clark. How hard is that for teams?
Very hard. I mean, continuity is a foundational pillar point to being successful in anything. There's a reason why Steph, Clay, and Draymond won so much in Golden State. Knowing your teammates and their tendencies is vital if you're going to be a championship contending team. I think teams and organizations benefit when they stay together for longer periods of time.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Wiggins, no good. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 13. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Clark, Hachimura has always been a monster with his strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, B.A. And working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't hurt him in that regard. He knows how to use his body, but he's also become a pretty reliable three-point shooter and all-around scorer.
Here's Finney-Smith. That three's off the mark.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Here's Hartenstein. Offensive rebound. No good with a layup. Lakers trail by 13. Pass to James. Shoots over Caruso. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. James has got 10 points in the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now that they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. For Oklahoma City, Chet Holmgren. He's checked in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams comes in for Caruso. And it's Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Goodwin's checked in for Los Angeles. Doncic comes in for Reeves. Wallace outside. Pass to Holmgren. From 20 feet. Good as the jump shot falls. Holmgren's got 5.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mind.
And again for 3.
And would you believe he's nearing 4th place for most three-pointers of all time?
Believe it. Not only does he have the talent, but he never stops working on a shot. Here's Dort. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And what focus from Dort inside. Even while being fouled, he still puts a shot in the air.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And I think Lou Dort is a textbook example of a high-effort player. He is just relentless on both ends, constantly looking for ways to make a difference.
Hayes is checked in for Los Angeles. Reeves comes in for Goodwin. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 11-point game. Hachimura, the pass to James. To the inside. Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
From deep, Holmgren knocks down the long J. Holmgren's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, we saw the three-pointer from Holmgren in college, trying to carry that success here now over into the league.
Reeves buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
6 to shoot. Here's Williams. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Williams has got 10 points.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Back to Doncic. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Here's Holmgren. Here he goes. Uses the glass on the layup. 10 points for him.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More 2K action in just a moment.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, their problems start on the backboard, and it's not just a few unlucky bounces. It's an activity, Shaq.
Which is something you can fix if you want to, but I'm not seeing a lot of want to from them.
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
These two guys have been very competitive with one another. Fans are getting their money's worth right now.
That said, I feel like the guy who can incorporate his teammates in the second half, he's got the best chance to walk away with the W.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Thunder leading by 11. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the group for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Kept alive. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points in the game.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappear.
First team foul.
Hachimura, the pass to Doncic, and they doubled up Doncic. Hayes against Hartenstein. Clock at 4. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Shot is good by Reeves.
Yeah, I tell you what, when Reeves is focused in, I mean, he's tremendous.
From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD, Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Doncic with the bucket.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. To the middle. Here's Williams. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on LeBron James.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
The free throw drops for Williams. And Williams drops them both. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
And they clinch the top spot when it comes to protecting the ball. Fewest turnovers per game in the league. No one keeps the ball locked up tight like these guys.
And it's no secret the league is definitely more offensive-oriented nowadays. And they are the best of the bunch in following that trend, leading the league in points per game. Pass to Doncic. Back to James. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. James has got 16 points now.
They haven't missed a beat coming out of the locker room. A perfect 4 for 4.
SGA working through contact inside.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Pass to Hachimura. Inside. Shoots inside, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Now Now a chance to break down how the starters and reserves have contributed in the scoring department tonight for the Lakers. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Dort outside. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And here's Doncic outside. Williams grabs the board.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. The three from Holmgren. Fires, hitting the triple. Holmgren's got 9 points now in the second half.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
Back to Doncic to win the run. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Hartenstein. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. The shot by Dort, no good. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that, what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Caruso, he's checked in for Holmgren. Finney Smith checked in for the Lakers. Vincent comes in for Luka Doncic. Lakers trail by 18. Outside Reeves. Back to Vincent. On the wing, Reeves. He's got 7. They need this. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Caruso. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's James with the drive. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
There's a screen. Williams with it. Finney Smith's there. Dort for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. So Dort's got his 3rd basket of the night. Outside Finney Smith. Pass to Hayes. Here's James. He's guarded by Caruso. From the arc. And it's James with the 3. James has got 8 points here in the quarter.
That's the competitive fire that burns with LeBron James. He's happy to come right back with one of his own.
Outside for Dort. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 assists tonight. James passes to Finney Smith. James, left side. Shoots over Caruso. Again, the Lakers.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Dort outside. On the wing, Caruso. Outside, Williams. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Pass to James. Down low. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
Dort outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander double team. Dort finds Caruso. No good with the triple. Vincent outside. And James puts up a deep three. Can't connect from long distance.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so in the game for Los Angeles, at the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Connect is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Finney Smith in at the center position, filling out the middle. Now for an update on the injury to Luka Doncic, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for Los Angeles let me know the status. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And the Lakers making a change here. Vincent's checked in. Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
Oklahoma City leading by 20. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Here's Williams. And he makes it.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
James outside. Back to Vincent. Here's Connect. Hachimura in the post. Pounded by Wiggins. The three. James sinks it from distance. James has got 27.
All systems are on go when LeBron has the ball behind the arc.
There's a screen by Wiggins. To the inside. Hachimura with the defensive effort. Lakers trail by 19. Pass to Finney Smith. Here's Connect. Shoots over Caruso. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. That's 29 for him.
Add this game to LeBron's extensive career highlights. I mean, he's had plenty of big nights like this, but it never gets old.
Wiggins for three. Parries it from three. And the Thunder lead by 20.
They keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Pass to Connect. There's the triple. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds in the game. And it's Caruso on the take. And that one drops for him. Caruso's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Hachimura with a screen on Caruso. Here's James. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the King still doing this at this age?
BA, I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. And he's in that category. One of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age.
Over the past few seasons, we've seen a big youth movement in the NBA, Clark, with average age dropping to an all-time low.
Yeah, those are the facts, and it's great that there's so much talent. I don't dismiss or discount that at all, but you still have to have a level of value and appreciation for what experienced veterans can bring to your makeup and to your team. That experience is invaluable, and very few teams win at a high level without having a blend of young talent and talented experience, too.
Dort against Reeves, and they doubled up Doncic. Hachimura from long range. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists tonight. Pass to Holmgren. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it.
Lakers ball.
Lakers trail by 18. Outside Reeves. Back to Doncic. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Hartenstein. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by the Lakers. Hachimura, the pass to James. Now Reeves. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Reeves, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 18. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. All right, we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And it's easy to see why they keep getting it to him. He keeps getting after it on the offensive end and putting in that work. He's been getting good looks and shooting the ball efficiently all night.
Well, they are playoff bound with him rounding into form and playing some of his best basketball. They just got to continue to play together. We'll see if he's able to keep playing at this level. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Fires from deep. James up top. Dort defending from deep three-point range. And there's Reeves. That one's good on the assist by James. James has got 5 assists tonight. Williams against James. Williams passes to Hartenstein. Out of bounds. It'll be Lakers ball.
Lakers ball.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. Pass to Doncic. Back to Reeves. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Zero hesitation from Reeves that time. He never lacks confidence.
Dort with it. Here's SGA. Lays it up and banks it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Thunder.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And this is one of the best teams we have ever seen. 69 wins this year. Wow.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hayes, the pass to James. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
Hey, you have to have pity for the defense right there. I mean, LeBron is an absolute load down low.
James at the line for 2.
That free throw good from James. Both shots good from the stripe. 20 seconds left in the game. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Buddy Hield.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. And for the Warriors, in the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Moody. And it's Green in at the 5. And Oklahoma City starts out with the ball. We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Butler with the ball. It's not going to go for him. Williams looking around. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Williams. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
So quick in that open floor, Jalen Williams.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
Here's Hartenstein. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. Pass to Holmgren. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
Here's Curry with the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Spins. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Green with the block.
You can see Draymond Green so fired up every time he has a chance to impact the game defensively.
Curry with the bucket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Bangs home the trifecta. Holmgren's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Thunder. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the 3. That shot off the mark. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Back to Holmgren. There's the 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Back to Curry. Pass to Moody. For the 3. Podziemski's shot is good.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Williams. He has 5. With the crossover, and he sinks the layup. Williams has got 7 points in the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Curry. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
I mean, what's new? Steph, 3 more.
It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, is probably come to a close.
Yeah, I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games. Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moody. Gary Payton is checked in for Brandon Podziemski. And it's Buddy Hield in for Curry. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Wallace is checked in for George. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
We'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. The Thunder leading by 13. Over in the corner, Caruso. Kuminga against Williams. Driving in. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Over to the wing. Here's Kuminga. And the Warriors miss again. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. The lead is 15. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Williams.
Just keep seeing more and more evidence about Jalen Williams.